season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to the big tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Back to pass, it's Kinsey. Gonna take a shot. Lets it slip right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down after the rare drop from this dude. The Nittany Lions send out the... It's a fake. He wants to throw. And it's caught. Can he get it to the sticks? And they caught the return team hitting the snooze button, and they pick up the first down.
I love it. How about the onions of the coach? First drive, coming out, setting the tone. They get stopped on 3rd down. Now you bring on the punt unit. No. I was ready. I had a fake, pulled the trigger, and got it.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense up?
There he goes. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing them open.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw on first down. The quick out. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They get to him as he throws. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
He gets it in there for the 2-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8.
Well, how about that for aggressive? You march down the field, you score a touchdown on the opening drive of the game, and you go for 2, and it all is gravy. 8-0 early.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The offense changing the play. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to run it. QB got it himself. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. That's a way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. Wants to go up top on first down. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Behind the chains now on second and long.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep it.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Bond. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in your offense?
Here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Fires it down the seam. Intercepted for the 11th time. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's the problem when you're living in second and long situations. Sometimes the quarterbacks feel like they just got to go get it all back in one throw. That's what he was trying to do on that one. He forced it into traffic, and the defense made him pay, coming up with a huge interception.
They knew they could slip that tight end behind the backers with that play-action fake.
Well, it's because I can't win, Reese. I have to play the run. You know, all these RPOs, all these different things, it makes me come up and use my eyes and play run, and these tight ends are so valuable to find space behind them.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 38. Here comes that Alabama offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Back to pass on second down. Makes the grab. It's Bond. At the 20, he's got space. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal. Alabama pushing the tempo. A first down run in the red zone. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
And man, it's nice to have a field quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get. And how about the offense? They spread them out. Everybody spread wide. Easier to read a defense when you do that. They find the matchup they want, and they get rewarded with the score.
Direct snap. He's into the end zone. 2-point conversion is good, and we've got a tie game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking for a man, it's Kinsey. Finds his back in the middle.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Got out of trouble and throws. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And they're going to try it again. It's another fake. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
And the fake punt. The idea of the fake punt is so great. I'm going to catch you off guard, get a free first down. When it goes south, everybody's ticked off. Why did you do it? What a stupid play call. So if you just called it, sorry, but that's what I can say.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Gets it past the marker for a first down, and that's the way we will wrap up the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Miami had a dominant win, the kind the folks in South Florida were used to in 2001 when Ken Dorsey, Clinton Portis, and Jeremy Shockey led the Canes to a national title. Talk about a special team. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Looking to throw, it's Kinsey. Here's the pressure. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard, so you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Gets it out fast. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bama!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And here he comes out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And, guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and, you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. To the air. It's Kinsey. Unleashes it. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. They're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Off the play fake on first down. Throws for the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass. And another interception for the Crimson Tide. And Bama has a few ball hawks in this secondary. You might be putting old Hootie Ingram in the sights for a single-season interception record with 10.
Yeah, and it's hard to find DBs that are going to catch the ball consistently. When you get 1, it's a nice day. But when you get 2, it's a great day. You got a guy ball hawking the football, finding it, great big plays for this defense.
They've got him pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Makes the grab. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Snagged in the middle. It's McFadden.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third-best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Yeah, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. who knows what they're going to do.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Surging forward on the sneak. And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. The give on the inside. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quarterback moving. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the move at the 30. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
This quarterback, man, looks like he's playing angry right now. He did not like that interception he threw the last time out on the field. You could see on the sidelines, guys. He could not wait to get back out there, and that time it was like he was running mad. I don't even know if he really wanted to throw that ball. He just wanted to take off, scramble, go get the 1st down.
The Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. He'll take it himself. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
Gets it out quickly. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Kinsey. Bringing the heat. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. They want to throw it. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
That's exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this 2nd half.
He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they trim more off of that lead. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw. It's complete on the right side. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Back has it. Breaks the tackle. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
Get the quarterback off his spot. Make him flush from the pocket. Put a good hit on him. Check, check, check. You want to do everything you can to make the QB uncomfortable. The defense did all three of those on this play and finished it off with a nice lick, nice physical play on the quarterback.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Nice return there, and he'll be dragged down at the 34. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to start the second half. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Quarterback strolling away from Heat. And that is interception number 3 on the day. He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. To the air, it's Kinsey. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Snagged out of the air. Several defenders there to get him on the ground. The Nittany Lions come to the line in the hurry-up.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you just got to take off and get it.
They're working that left side. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on third down because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job.
Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half, you're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play. They just couldn't get it done.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The noise level is relentless here on second down. He'll do it himself on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. QB draw. Picks up enough to get them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Nittany Lions have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
when it gets in long yardage situations defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making the situation a lot more manageable.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Gets drilled as he releases it. The ball just trickles to the ground.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Pushes forward for a pickup of 3. They'll mark it at the 8.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
On the run, deep down the right side. A full dive to haul that one in. This guy is special, and Alabama's had a lot of them. Devontae Smith, Jalen Waddle, Jerry Jeudy, who could make a huge play at the drop of a hat.
Yeah, big plays down the field, you get it to him, you know it could be a home run anytime he touches it. When you start mentioning those names, it just shows you the explosive nature. Everybody you mentioned, you know they can run right by you and hit those home runs, and so far, he's making some big plays in this ballgame.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Looking downfield on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Alabama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Hey, a lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Makes the quick grab. Turning it on. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
Looking to pass. It's Kinsey. Fires left. It's caught. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Nittany Lions racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll go back to the ground. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Fires deep toward the end zone. Makes the grab right down the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Man, that is just what this offense needed. The quarterback already has a couple turnovers, throwing the ball to the other team. This ball, 50-50 ball, somebody needed to make a play to spark this offense.
Sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
Now the two-point conversion attempt is coming. They want to run this quarterback. He gets the two-point conversion, and we've got a ball game. They're down by 7. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes the grab down the left side. Open spaces. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown time. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that Big 12 matchup that just went final moments ago. Ole Miss came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won, and the fact this wasn't ever really in question. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on it. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Dropping back, it's Kinsey. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive at that time? You just can't come up with a completion.
Might be looking to run. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously,
He lets it fly. And it's picked off for the third time today. He'll try to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the...
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground, knocked out at the 28.
thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
And how about it? Everyone getting involved, getting the big tight end involved. This offense has done an unbelievable job scoring points. This defense has had no answers. Just keep it rolling, offense.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Gets it to him on the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The Nittany Lions will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's first down. Defense playing a bail technique. Looking downfield as Kinsey fires to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? This time he's got his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Blasted as he lets it go.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Just a 1-yard gain leaves them with 3rd and 9.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Throws to the tight end. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Man, oh man, those types of penalties just drive defensive coordinators crazy. Was 4th down, now 1st down. Lets it go to the end zone. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Running back searching for a hole.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. To the air on first down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
That is no good. After the missed field goal,